Today I want to speak about myth that with heavy weights you will create big muscle mass. This is not so true. Many of you will be surprised to know that in 2010 and 2011 the McMaster University in Hamilton, Canada was working on a long-term study, and their conclusion was that to get bigger muscles you do not need at all to lift heavy weights. The maximum weight you can lift one time is called one time maximum, so-called 1 RM. Many bodybuilders are testing at the beginning of their training cycles their personal 1 RM, and then they lift 3 to 4 sets with 5-6 reps with 90% of their 1 RM. In the mentioned study of the Canadian University, the experts took 15 average men and they tested them in leg press exercise. All of them did 4 sets on the leg press machine. The experts asked them to do maximum possible reps with their 90% of their 1 RM, and this to total failure. 5 to 10 reps was the maximum for them as a result. In the second test, the experts asked them to do the same maximum number of 1 leg press movement, but this time with 30% of their 1 RM. But again, until the absolute failure, the best performance was about 24 to 25 reps. The weight was lower, and so the number of reps achieved was logically higher. After these sets and after these tests, the experts were measuring muscle gains, and for this they used very complicated and sophisticated methods, myofibril and sarcoplasmatic protein synthase. And the result was that with lower weight and higher repetitions, the muscle gain was much higher. That's one fact. Professor Richard A. Wynett from Virginia Technical Institute, one of the leading American specialists for strength methods, commented this on many other similar studies that he is absolutely personally persuaded that the weight you lift is not important, but the power and the intensity engagement at the end of each set. Of course, also during the set, but the final 3 movements are the most important. He said the absolutely ideal is to use medium weights, which I personally call often in my videos comfortable heavy weights. Using a good technique, looking for an effective tension of the muscle, and that's the best system for gaining the muscle. Professor Wynett put the biggest accent to the fact that especially the last 2 movements must be executed in an absolutely perfect technical style and with very high muscle tension and intensity. Not only Professor Wynett, but many other experts and scientific capacities are stating that bodybuilders should use mostly medium weights, especially also by bigger muscle groups, and they have to do their reps until the failure of the muscle. The fatigue obtained with such a training will be in the coming day less important, but what is a matter of fact, the regeneration will be quicker, which is very important. Using heavy weights, the fatigue is bigger and the regeneration can last many days. The conclusion is that the quicker the regeneration of muscles after the training is here, which was done effectively in high tension and intensity, both factors extremely important if you work with mid weights, will lead to higher muscle progress. This might be for you a new information based on scientific studies and tests, but I tell you the truth, also on my personal experience. It is absolutely sure that you should test such a method as soon as possible and write me about your results after a certain period of time, let's say after 2 months. Thank you for listening and have a nice day.